I was tagged by the Bushcrafter channel, and the tag that's been going around, it's a fun tag, and spider up there. Anyway, yeah, Bushcrafter channel tagged me in the 5x5 tag if you're stuck in a bunker kind of deal. So if you're stuck in a bunker, shit hits the fan, you're stuck in a bunker or your house or whatever, this is a fun tag. Now this is assuming that you have, you know, everything set perfectly, you know, for everything to work. So, but it's a fun tag. So, just get right to it. 5 TV shows that I would want with me. You know, it's series, things like that, so you got the whole deal. The X-Files. Love the X-Files. Star Trek, the original series. I'm a science fiction nut, always have been since I was little. Love Star Trek, grew up with it, even met William Shatner briefly once, very briefly, and I paid for it. It was at a convention. So, but I figured since he's 83, or well, he was 83 then, I think 80, 85 now, 86 almost, figured better do it. You know, they're all passing on and stuff, you know, and as a Star Trek fan, you would not have any other Star Trek if it was not for William Shatner, Captain Kirk. Anyway, the next show, Vikings. Love it. That's an awesome show. Awesome stories. Excellent. And I'd want the whole series, of course. It's not done yet, but it's out there. And then, got to have some comedy. And this was a tough one. It's either between Scrubs or That 70s Show. Either one of those could be interchangeable. Both funny, crude humor, sexual humor, funny. So you got to have some humor. And then another toss-up. I love the Ancient Aliens series on the History Channel. Whether how true some of that stuff is or not, it makes you think, makes you wonder. Very cool though. I mean, it's very cool stuff. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, I believe in aliens. You know, I mean, I don't think that God is, you know, that we can be so selfish that God did not create something else besides just us out there. Whether we'll ever meet them or not, whether they really interacted with us or not, it's up for debate. But it's possible, you never know. And it's between Ancient Aliens and even the Twilight Zone, the original Twilight Zone series. Awesome series. So it's a toss-up between those. But I enjoy all that stuff. And next is 5 board games. It'd be chess, Monopoly, just some cards so you can play multiple games, you know, blackjack, 21, same thing, poker, whatever. Risk, love that game. And then Battleship, you know, those are cool games. 5 bands, music that you would take, their discography. Now this was tough, but you got to see this one coming for me, you know. What's the middle name of my channel? Metal. Metallica. And truthfully, I'd only take about 5 or 6 albums of theirs, because there's some of them that we won't get into the discussion as a metalhead. Their first 4 albums, prime. You know, that was the real Metallica to me. And then this very brand newest one that they have, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, is the closest they've came to the old days. But I'd also pick Slayer, of course, Iron Maiden, I mean, and then Amon Amarth, and then another split decision between Death and Testament. All these bands were huge influences on me as a musician and metalhead, and I've seen all of them in concert, but Amon Amarth, I missed them the last time they come here. I couldn't go for some reason. Don't know if they'll ever be back. Hopefully they will. But You had to see that coming. I mean, heavy stuff, all heavy, everything, you know. I even could have thrown Cannibal Corpse in there and a couple other bands. Movies, though, movies, you know, they're going to be series too, though, but Lord of the Rings, love Lord of the Rings, you know, excellent movies, I love them. Star Wars, like I said, science fiction fanatic, love the Star Wars movies. And then some other movies that I really, Excalibur, the 1981 movie, not the one with King Arthur with Clive Owen and things, but Excalibur, the actual one from written off the Le Morte d'Arthur story, which has got to do with the Holy Grail, finding it, all that stuff, you know. Yeah, awesome movie. If you have not seen Excalibur, the 1981 or 82, whenever it came out version, watch it. It's very cool. There's even some big stars in there back before they were big stars. Apocalypto. I love that movie. I watch it every time it comes on. Awesome movie. Awesome. And then, of course, the Indiana Jones movies. I love those. Those are awesome movies, too. And books. 5 books. Of course, top one. You got to have the Holy Bible. You know, I'm a believer in God. I'm a believer in Jesus. I believe it. I mean, I do. But yes, the Holy Bible. And of course, you got to think if you're stuck in a bunker, you know, if you're stuck in a bunker and things are going really bad, you want something like that. Give you a little comfort. But yes, the Holy Bible. And then, of course, nuclear war survival skills. Dave Canterbury's books. I know some people don't really care for Dave Canterbury. You know, I like his stuff. I do. You know, I don't really watch him or anything. You know, sometimes I do. But his books are really good, though. You know, they're really good, thought out, well presented, things like that. And the United States Army Survival Manual also as well. You know, just to have knowledge to be able to know to do things and be able to reference to things when you need it in times like that. And then the Foxfire books. If you're not familiar with the Foxfire books, they're a series of books written by an author who went and interviewed people in the Appalachians, and he wrote them. Almost all of it is written. It's like interviews with individuals, written, and it's written in the way that they speak. So when you read it, you will actually read the way they spoke and told him. So he actually wrote it down like the way they speak. So it's kind of different to read if you're not from the deep Appalachian Mountains, you know. But it is all about old ways of stuff, you know, survival, living off the land, building a still, all kinds of stuff. Check them out, Foxfire books. Very cool stuff. Now, it's got to tag 5 people because it's a 5x5 tag. So this is a fun video, you know, and it's just for fun, everything. But I'm going to tag Jerry's Woodshop and Outdoors. Jerry Hagerman, you are tagged, brother. And then I'm going to tag AOK Foraging and Adventures. Very cool channel too. I'm going to tag Survival Theory. Very cool guy, very cool channel. And I'm going to tag Alan over there at SC Bushcraft Backwoods. Tagging him, very cool guy. And then I'm tagging Bodie over there at Hiking Deep. And I'll put a link to all these channels on there. And go check them out if you're not subscribed to any of them. But those are my 5 tags. Those are my 5x5. I was tagged by the Bushcrafter channel. And I'll put a link to his channel in there too, in the description. But yeah, it's fun, you know. I mean, it was just, that's the stuff I like, you know. Some of it's kind of hard to choose from, but that's it. 5x5 survival bunker survival tag. Keep it heavy.